welcome back to another Brew Spy, the Magic Guy. I'm your host, Sean, and we're going to be playing some more Hogak Bridgevine today. I know there's probably several other people jamming the deck on Twitch, not necessarily trying to be original. I do think that the deck's really powerful. I want to fully learn the boogeyman, so to speak. So we're going to finish off our league where we were playing green. This last league, we weren't doing all that well. To be honest, we were 0-2, but that's probably the worst start we had with the deck so far. It was bound to happen at some point. I think we played against Rest in Peace and then another deck where I just didn't get off to a good start. But we also had some really good records yesterday, right? We also saw a 5-0, we saw 4-1, we saw some 3-2s. So I've actually been coasting on points for this deck pretty much the whole time. Like even if this goes horribly wrong, our next event's paid for. We're sitting on a bunch of chests that I didn't have before either in points. So it does seem like a powerful deck to keep jamming. But anyway, I was gonna try like a greedier take on the deck, because I do see a lot of synergy. This was Spider Space's idea. I'd like to continue to credit him with the evoke creatures. I think that these are really, really cool. Oh, actually, I was going to add a Shriek Maw to that list as well. But so these evoke creatures are cool because we're getting a powerful effect that we need, right? We need to remove enchantments. We need to remove artifacts, sometimes a creature threat. So these evoke creatures give us the ability to do that, but I also didn't want to cut the flexibility of claim and trophy. So I'm still testing them, as you can see. I'm still testing the Thoughtseize, and I made a little bit of adjustments to our sacrifice engine. I went ahead and added another land just because we seem to be, we seem to be having issues. Let's move this over here so I can pay attention to it. We seemed yesterday to have issues maintaining or getting up to 2 lands consistently. The deck does want to get to 2 lands, not just to cast the altar, but you need 2 lands to be able to put Vengevine in, right? So it's really important to get that second land. We were playing Street Wraith and etc. I think let's just go ahead and add the 19th land, and we'll play. As you can see, I've added a couple different sacrifice engines for one. We're gonna play with Seer. We're also gonna play with the Therapist. Not that I think Feeder is still the stronger sacrifice. Can this deck be good if I play main deck Rest in Peace? You're not crazy, Zack Attack Fire. I've actually seen some people talking about maybe even main deck Surgical in some of the Snapcaster decks, just because the Snapcaster decks can leverage that card arguably the best. I mean, there's also Mill that plays like main deck Surgical, but yeah, so you look at these degenerate graveyard decks, and it makes you think, right, exactly, Zach. Makes you think, oh, well, why don't I just play Rest in Peace? I think the cool thing about Rest in Peace in a format like Legacy is, now this is still the Street Wraith version. I think I'll actually give this a go. It's not a wonderful keep, especially if they're like something aggressive like Burn. Double Street Wraith hurts pretty substantially. I might Wraith to see if I get a different draw here first. Feeder I might even just play first. Actually, let's just go ahead and get all the information first. I'm actually going to lead Gravecrawler. Hey, what's up, Puddin'? Biggest problem is Surgical so much worse. Oh, I don't disagree. Crappy is something aggressive, so these Street Wraiths feel bad, man. They feel bad. Neonate. Stitcher's Supplier. I think we're getting that Hogak out this turn. Oh, there's Vengevine though, a little too late. Well, no, that's not true. We're going to get it out with the Hogak. We're actually perfectly happy with how this is working out. I could play the Hogak from my hand. I mean, we already have another Hogak in my hand, so let's go ahead and exile that. And it's like, do I want to give... I don't really want to give up this Faithless Looting, but I don't want to give up the Vengevine. The advantage to casting the Hogak from my hand is we get to keep the looting. Like we could do this then. This card's really silly that you can cast it from either your hand or your graveyard. Classic copy Hogak line. Classic copy Hogak line. Oh, well, we have altar, so we can just combo off. That makes it easy. We drew like crazy. We drew like crazily well. When you think about it. Oh, I should have cracked this Stitcher Supplier too. Well, now we need these in play to bring this guy back. Cause well, I hit bridge though. Yeah, since we hit bridge, I actually can crack the Supplier. It's like, this is cute. That's kind of a cute line from our humans player. Copy our this deck, man. I know, right? All right, so we alter the Grave Crawler. Yeah. Maybe I should have waited on that because like Hogak might have brought back. Like we might have hit a second bridge from below at that point. But anyway, let's cast some Hogaks. Exiling stuff that doesn't matter if we can. Do it again. Well, actually, I just punted because I can't do that until I have second bridge, right? I actually did just punt. If we had land drop, this would have been fine. Whoops. I got all excited, chat. I was supposed to leave our Hogak, and the second Hogak was supposed to stay in play. That doesn't mean we just die. I feel a little stupid though. Like even if I crack these tap zombies, we can't keep going, right? No matter what I hit. I think that's the case. We did hit the second bridge from below with the second Hogak, but what I should have done is I should have sacrificed these tap zombies first. Then maybe we hit another bridge from below, which we actually did. Was it 4 cards down? Yeah, it was 4 cards down. So we would have hit this on the 2 zombies, and then I could have kept going with the combo. It's okay. I'm still learning. I'm not gonna play it perfect. Still learning. I mean, certainly, should we lose this, it's a good learning experience. But yeah, we could have kept going if I maybe cracked these zombies first and then sacrificed Hogak. This is a Reflector Mage. Go ahead and alter that zombie. He doesn't kill us here, so we should be able to mill him out unless I make another blunder. We should kill him here. We have 2 altars. We have 2 bridge from belows. I can't see myself screwing this up. And we drew land, so that makes it even easier. Alright, so Hogak. Alright, let's not make a mistake this time, chat. We got lucky that we got to go again. Oh, gotta tap you. So we still have 20 cards in our graveyard. I mean, our library. Let's go ahead and get the rest of the cards out. This is going to bring back the Vengevines. Don't need you anymore. So we get a couple Vengevines back. That's like the thing with this deck is like you can make Zack Attack, you can make some mistakes here and there and you still win. That bothers me a little bit because that was kind of a pretty silly mistake. Get all the Bloodghasts back. Bring back the Hogak again. I think we actually have enough power to mill him out here. He's only got 50 cards. Opponent only has 50 cards. Mill you. We can just start doing all our other creatures too. And yeah, you just mill them out. What's funny, we were joking about this the other day, like that this is like a better. I'm not gonna say it's a better dredge deck because we actually don't have any dredge cards in this list except for. I think we still have the sideboard shenanigans. Yeah, it's not really a dredge deck. We're certainly a graveyard deck. Just always yield to that. Yeah, we're certainly a graveyard deck. But like we do have multiple angles, right? We can go wide with tokens, just all sorts of silly things. 22 cards left. Yeah, we just keep going. 12 cards left. 10 cards left. And that's the thing is like I almost feel like the deck wishes it had more ways to find altar. I thought about playing something potentially bad like Vessel. I mean maybe even like Cathartic Reunion would be fine. Like, there's a couple slots left in the deck that I'm just not sure what they should be. Oh, he's at 0 cards. What am I doing? Sorry, I was just going through the motions. And like it doesn't take that long, even if you're like make a mistake like me or you're not that efficient yet with the combo on Moto. Like it's pretty quick. Post board, I've actually started cutting a Hogak. Depending on whether or not they're good at blocking the Vengevine, that's something to consider. Against humans, I don't like cutting on the combo too much though. Maybe we won't cut Hogak against them. We definitely cut. Okay, so this is the older version. I was thinking about some of my sideboard plans for the greedy version we're about to play. So against humans, I like Lighting Axe, a Braid, maybe even the Thoughtseize. I think Trophy might be overkill, but it's something to think about. I think this is what we want to do. There's not too many like actual hate pieces we have to fight over, right? Yeah, holy cats. Like, what do we want to do? I think we definitely want Axes and Thoughtseize. Although Thoughtseize sometimes feels really bad against humans. Yeah, against them, I think that this plan is a little bit weaker. Maybe Vengevine's still good. Bloodghast just seems to get blocked against their kind of a deck very easily. So that frees up a lot of slots. I mean, since it's a sideboard game, like the thing is it's not like we're going up against a permissive deck that's going to bring in a bunch of ley lines and stuff. That's probably not happening here. So that's where I might consider cutting some of these pieces. But since it's humans, I don't think we cut here. I think Vengevine's big enough that we can justify them. I think let's make room for the Abrade. I like the flexibility on this card. So let's not cut any of the bridge combo. We'll also play the Vengevine side of the deck. And a lot of the time, like all over sideboard, I think, but I don't want to do that here. I don't really want to run Wraith when we know they're aggressive. Maybe we just play a Trophy. Yeah, so we brought in the Thoughtseizes, 1 Trophy, the Abrade. We took out the Bloodghasts because I feel like, especially when they're on the play, like it's pretty easy for them to kind of block us. This is a mulligan. This is a snap keep. And I'll keep the second land. Like, especially this version where we were only running 18 land. The new version we're going to play is going to be on, I think, 19. Not bad. So they got a better start this time for sure, looks like. We probably just lead on looting, right? Because, like, since we're a Vengevine list, you don't really want to turn one the feeder if you've still got the Venges in. Like, with the Vengevines in, it's very possible that we, yeah. I think we're just going to Faithless Looting. Grafdigger's Cage is pretty common from them as well. So, another Lightning Axe. Alright, let's dump this altar. Call me crazy. I might even dump the Flashback Looting. That's got to be wrong. It might even be correct for me to just dump both altars because we don't have any of the stuff required. Like, we don't have a Hogak, we don't have a Stitcher Supplier, which, like, a lot of those things you kind of need to be able to get the altar off. We had 2 more copies in the deck. We might still get to do it. Meddling Mage on Faithless Looting. On Lightning Axe. Why would you name a card I just dumped 2 copies of, though? That seems strange. Thoughtseize. Seems a little strange. Oh. Okay. I don't even really want to spend a Lightning Axe on this guy. Let's hold the feeder. I think I'm just looting. I don't think I really want to kill this. I think I just want to get something going, chat. We did bring in trophy, so it might be correct for me to go Stomping Ground, but like it's too likely that we have red-green creature, red-green, or it's too likely we have black creature to get like a Benchvine out. Okay, so there's a bridge. We can dump that. If I keep this Blackcleave Cliffs, we can flash back these lootings. I know it seems strange to pitch a Lightning Axe, but I think that's what I want to do. It sucks that maybe I shouldn't have pitched the bridge yet, because if I toast the Meddling Mage, we lose the bridge. We want to get some value off that bridge first before I Okay, so we drew a 2-drop. Was a lieutenant. So we might be on the back foot enough that I have to axe the Meddling Mage. That sucks, because we'll lose the bridge. I mean, that's okay. It happens sometimes. Just gotta roll with the punches. Like here we have another bridge here, so I can I feel like we want this 3rd land for the Faithless Lootings. I might even just pitch the feeder, because we don't want this bridge. The problem with Lightning Axe, of course, is that if we kill something, yeah. It's an interesting name on this Meddling Mage. So we do lose this first bridge. No attack from the Meddling Mage. Interesting. Or no attack from the Lieutenant. Interesting. So I actually think I'm going to pitch feeder. Yep, we lose our bridge. Take 1. Oh, we drew Mountain anyway. Well, maybe that's what I'm pitching to the Faithless Looting. Oops. Okay, so there's Neonate, there's Altar. What did I board out again? I don't think I boarded out any of the Dementia combo. I didn't. We're kind of behind. Is this like the only way I catch up, that I keep these 2? Alright, I guess that's what we're doing. Now, if I kept the Mountain, I could have dropped the Neonate and made a zombie, but I don't think that's the plan. Supplier Altar. Interesting. Crawler. Well, if they keep drawing nothing, like we're fine. Plan is to block sack the supplier. Yeah, they're not drawing the greatest over there. Like, is their hand literally 3 lands? Easy block, Altar. Easy. So we get to look over 4 cards and get a zombie. Still none of the goods. Still none of the goods. Another supplier. I feel like we have to try to go for it here, chat. I know we're at 8. We have a little bit of breathing room, but there's a Vengevine. Crack the supplier. Make another zombie. There's a Hogaak. Hey there. Hi there. Ho there. Ho, Hogaak. Hogaak there. So Neonate would bring out the... I don't even know if that's what I want to do to play this. I might just be better off like looping Gravecrawlers. I feel like we've got this no matter what I do, actually. It might even be correct to just Hogaak just to try to turn over another bridge from below. It's probably correct just to try to turn over bridge. Oh, trust me, this deck is like really stupid, chat. Alright, so that gives us a Vengevine. We alter ourselves. So we left in the whole combo. I didn't actually cut any of our Hogaak combo. Opponent has had enough. So that's a 2-0 against humans. I don't think you ever cut the Hogaak combo. I feel like that the fact that the deck just goes from 0 to 60, this plus this plus this, like I mean granted like the other components of the deck matter too, right? Like we did have to get 2 black or green creatures out, right? Like that does have to happen first. It's not like, okay, well this plus this plus this, it just does everything all on its own. Like, no. But that's like our late game wombo combo off potential. So we're bringing this back. We win one more game, we get, I think, 50 play points. We had a bad start with this particular league. I think we ended... I mean, it might have been... I'm not blaming the deck. I think I was probably tired. I think we played 6 leagues Saturday. That's like the most leagues I've grinded on one stream in recent memory. That was a lot that we did yesterday. But today I wanted to finish this league and I want to maybe try the greedy white splash version, because the evoke creatures do have a lot of synergy for the deck, because especially if you're cutting on some of your 1-drops but you still want to play Vengevine. I mean, again, like it might just be correct just to, if you're sideboarding too many cards in and you're losing too many of these 1-drops, to just cut the Vengevine. I mean, if you look at the Vengevine synergy, I wouldn't necessarily count Bloodghast just because it's a lot of mana, but Gravecrawler is the best synergy because all we need is another zombie out and you can play it, maybe sack it, play another one. So like a lot of these creature choices have to do with Vengevine, as you can see. So I wouldn't necessarily count Bloodghast in that pile. Oops. I actually, in this new version we're about to play, I've added another 1-drop. Something else I noticed is that we sometimes don't get the Vengevines out, so I wanted to try adding one more 1-drop. So I'm testing a split of Therapist and Seer. I slimmed 1 feeder. We'll see if we like that. Let's bring this over here. But yeah, I'm kind of excited about this new variation. And honestly, it curves a little bit different than I've represented here. Like, yes, these 1-drops are accurate, but Hogaak, 2 mana you kind of have to pay for, but again, it's Convoke. So I almost just like putting the deck more like honestly, the way that it really feels like it curves is this. We have a bunch of zeros. I mean, you could arguably put Bloodghast in the 2-drops as well, but like the way the deck actually feels that it curves is you have a ton of zeros, and then you have a bunch of 1s, and then you've got altars. I mean, there's 3s in the deck, I guess, if you want to count flashback looting, but the curve on the deck is very, very low to the ground. Still gonna lead on looting. This is free discard. It's a little bit more lands than we want to see. I mean, like this will happen more often when we're on the 19 land variation, but I feel like I feel as though I feel as though 18 land wasn't getting there consistently enough. But yeah, if you guys have come to the channel today, I'm assuming you want to see the boogeyman. Another looting. I think that's better than me just hoping to spike Vengevine there. Okay, we'll keep this altar. Wow, this is a lot of not what I want. I think I hold the feeder and we play the neonate. Now what's awkward is... Actually, no, if I played feeder there, I could have gotten out Hogaak. I'm being an idiot. Whoops, chat. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even count my graveyard. Yeah, we totally had more than enough to Hogaak. Black, black. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Whoops. Why am I shuffling? That helps me think. Okay, that's unfortunate. So what do we do? He's playing Storm. Actually, I might be able to combo off here. I think I can combo off here, chat. Actually, we have Altar. Neonate. Discards the Vengevine where we want him. Altar. Alter myself. Crack the Bloodghast. Bring back the Bloodghast. Cast the Carrion Feeder. Actually, we get another free Bloodghast here because we can crack the fetch. I think we just kill this Storm player turn 3, even despite my misplay. Yeah, we get you back. I actually don't even need to cast this feeder. I think I will, but I didn't have to. Alright, so let's bring back Hogaak. Hey there, hi there. Hogaak. There. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think we're just killing this Storm player. I think we're just getting there, chat. Crack the Hogaak. See a bunch more cards. Tap you, tap you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do it again. We hit some more Bridge from Belows. 1, 2. Buckle my shoe. Alright. Exile these. Do it again. We're just trying to hit the rest of the bridges. Hogaak. Don't need this. I mean, we're not casting these lootings either. One more. Two, 3, 4, 5. Now we start to mill him. Yeah, it is a sweet combo for sure. And we just mill him out. Like, why attack when I can just... Why, like, that's the thing. I've just noticed that with this combo is like, why attack when we can just go infinite on turn 2 or turn 3? Actually, so it's like turn 2 Hogaak. The deck's more. It feels a lot of the time more like a turn 3 Altar of Dementia. Did I brew this? No. No. I actually, this list initially came from another streamer I saw named Tavito. No, I didn't homebrew this. But I have been making some adjustments to it. I'm not going to take credit for a deck I didn't build. Absolutely not. But I do really like the deck. I think it's got a lot of power to it. I think that this is innocuous. When I first saw this, I was like, what? Like, come on. And then I saw the guy do the combo on stream, and I was like, I want to do this. This seems so dirty. Look at that! Like opponent tapped out for brawl and we just killed them. Opponent taps out for brawl and they just died. Okay, how do we board against them though? I feel like a lot of my cheaty face creatures are just too slow. Like the creatures we're trying to cheat out. I feel like it's the Hogak combo or nothing, but against Storm when they're on the play, but that's just my thoughts. These are just freebies. Might cut them. And then this begs the question, okay, BrewSpy, well, if you're slimming on some of these cheaty face creatures, then, I mean, Bloodghast is the easier one to get out when it comes to Hogak. We cut these against humans because they get blocked, but like maybe against Storm you cut Vengevine because we don't, the beatdown plan is maybe, like this is easier to get out to tap for Hogak. Things we could cut, we don't want to cut suppliers and lootings, those let us see tons of cards. Could cut the Wraiths. They're just filler. Well, okay, well, what do we need? We want Leyline, right? We want to cut them off of Pass and Flames Wombo. So we probably want that. Thoughtseize can be okay against them. I mean, if we want an efficient way to remove the creatures that they go off with, Lightning Axe is my most efficient way to go off. They don't typically run a ton of hate. So maybe we want these as well. 4 cuts. Oof, okay. We cut the Wraiths. 2 more cuts. We can cut Crawler. I don't like cutting Feeder necessarily. I do that too often, and then I can't crack the suppliers. Like we need lots of ways to kill our own supplier. Maybe I cut another Gravecrawler. You could argue that Gravecrawler might be better than Bloodghast here, but like since we cut the Vengevines, we don't need as many 1-drops if we cut these. This has a sideboard card. This does not have a way to crack this supplier, but maybe I'm supposed to mulligan for a Leyline. But a little bit of disruption, and hopefully we can do the things. Another altar. Spell Pierce. Maybe. Alright, so Electroman I actually don't have removal for. Might want to respect that card. Pieces, of course, is very good as well. I probably have to just take the Electroman. They kind of go crazy next turn if I don't take him. Not the next turn, but the next turn they would go pretty crazy. Ooh. Okay. That's cute. Glad I didn't play my land yet because of Bloodghast. We might just be dead, chat. Hey, what's up, Jade? We might be dead. Morphos. It's kind of cute that the verse counters have the little instrument on them. You see that? Opponent's playing you like a pawn in chess. Oh, thanks for the bits, Jade. Oh, you're trying to see if Last God's here? Plinko. Got there. No, you didn't. Yes, you did. Nope. It's tricky like that. You think it's going into the cup and then just bounces right out of the way. I think we're dead, chat. Think we died. I'm at 16 already. And I didn't bring in like answers to this. Maybe I should be playing the claims just because of Pyromancer's Ascension post board. So Altar of Dementia might actually allow us to find Hogak. Could theoretically find him. I get quite a few looks. I don't think I want to play my land yet, even though it's awkward because of looting, but because of Bloodghast, I think I don't. I mean, we kind of got to go off here, right? So supplier. No Hogaak. Bloodghast is kind of free. There's Hogaak. If I crack the Gravecrawler, it's a little awkward. I think I'm just supposed to bring him back now. I think we just kill them. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we maybe get there, chat. We'll see. Crack the Hogaak. There's Bridge from Below, number 1. There's 2 Bridge from Below, so we're good to go. So I can bring back a Gravecrawler. When I crack the Gravecrawler, we'll get 2 zombies. 2 zombies is enough to bring back Hogaak. Black, black. See, I'm getting better at the combo. You guys just got to be patient with me. I'm getting there. I'm figuring it out. Testing the waters. Yep, we're okay to do this because, again, we have the 2 bridges. As long as you hit the second bridge, you're good to go. I mean, it's good you guys are checking this out so you know how to beat this, right? Just rest in peace him, right? Altar of Dementia. Doing the things, we're doing the things, doing the things. Look at us doing this without any sort of help. I mean, barring him putting Eldrazi in his deck, we should be good. There are more Bridge from Belows for us to find. Yeah, this loop is stupid. Wow, we didn't find it. Okay. I mean, there's 7 cards left in my library. 5 cards. Where are the bridges? Bridge from below, bridge from below. I guess the bridges are literally like my last couple cards. There's one. All right. Unless we can get a 1-power creature out there, we don't want to mill ourselves again. But now we get the 3rd. All right, 1, 2. Like, even these Bloodghasts are irrelevant. Mill you. Hogaak. This Hogaak loop, man. Hogaak. Hey there. Hi there, Hogaak. Mill you for 8. Bring it back. I mean, you can also pay for it with the zombies too, because of the Convoke. 25 cards left to go. I'm kind of curious how this guy's sideboarded. I mean, these Aria of Flames are spicy. That's cool technology. I'm not trying to refute that and say, oh well, that's stupid. Like, no. Like, see, I can just start paying for it with the zombies if I start to run out of deck. 17 cards left to go. I kind of prefer just milling my opponents with the Hogaak instead of like clicking through all the different zombies. Kind of prefer delving than doing that, but who's the Storm deck now? Look at my Storm count, 11. Alright, if opponent can go off in the upkeep, they win. Let's see if they do it. Ritual. Maybe they do. Maybe they had enough. That would be like a strange twist of fate. And then I'm like wishing that I had. Yeah, now we take 5. Do you have another red spell? Oh, he had triple ritual. Oh my gosh. Alright, we're going to go another game. Wow. Okay. Huh. Do we actually want to fight over that card? The Aria. I'm not even mad. That was sweet. The Thought Seizes were fine. They have a lot of redundancy, though. Do we want to just play Claims? I don't think we want to cut the Hogaak combo at all. Do we still see Recipes? I should have looked at their graveyard. I think it's still in there. I don't know, maybe this is overkill, right? If he's on the whole Arya plan, maybe this is overkill. Maybe we're better off just fighting over the... He looked like he had a playset of the enchantment. Looks like he's trying to test it. This fights... Well, okay, Trophy hits both Arya and also the mana creatures. Maybe we want to do this instead. I thought we got there, chat. We did not. Little did we know they were gonna kill us. I don't think you completely cut crawlers. We can cut Neonate down by one, I suppose. It's a little bit worse when there's no Vengevines. That's kind of like the major purpose of it, I imagine. No, I'm not even mad. That's cool. Seeing these Modern Horizons cards go a little bit head to head. It's got a claim. His hand doesn't really do all too much else, but I'll keep it because we get the Neonate to bin one of the Ghasts. Like I said, I'm not even mad about that. That was kind of neat. We actually should attack with this guy and then bin Bloodghast. Come on, that was kind of cool, wasn't it, chat? Like he literally had triple red spell and he was able to kill us with the Arya. That's a cool place for Arya to go, is Storm. Alright, so let's swing for one. Let's dump a Bloodghast. Ooh, that's not good. That's real not good. That is not good, chat. And just think we're adding 19th land. Is that really correct? Brawl. Can't kill you. Have a bunch of nature's claims. I think we die. I think we're dead, chat. Also, I should have attacked first, then played land. I could have gotten in for 2 there. Which is a mistake. Am I dead? Am I going to be wishing in a second here that I'd left in Leyline? Or am I going to be sitting here wishing that I'd left up my green for this? I guess I could have played a fetch land. I didn't have to play the Overgrown Tomb tap. Like I think the correct sequence was actually attack, brawl, play a fetch land. Because I don't want to just take 2. This signals this. I think we did have other green sources in the deck. It's possible he can keep going here and just kill us. Just turn 3, so he has land drop. Oh yeah, we're just dead. I punted hard, chat. The punt wasn't missing the attack, really. It was not playing Verdant Catacombs, because I didn't predict. I was thinking, like, as I did it too, I was like, man, wait, maybe he's gonna play Arya, and he did. So we're just dead here, chat. That's okay. I'll see what our next couple draws were, since it's not the end of the league. I mean, this draw was kind of like, okay, even if we answered this, we still would have been dealing with a Baral Past in Flames draw. And then that begs the question, is this just win more, though, right? Like, because this could have also just been a grape shot, since they had the Past in Flames. So actually, the reality of it was, chat, is I should have left in the ley lines. All right, let's play one more because we can get back some points. Yeah, the Arya is cool. I think that was interesting. Like game 2, we milled him out, but he had literal enough spells to kill us in the upkeep, which was really cool. Then I think we overboarded thinking about Arya, but then didn't respect Past in Flames. I also game 2. I had all that information, right? Like, we got to mill the opponent. I could have looked and seen how many Passive Flames are still in there. I mean, they always at least keep one as a gift target. Most builds of Storm will play 2 Passive Flames. But yeah, I should have respected it. It's okay. Let's win this next game, and then we'll play the greedy white version after that, I think. I think 29 land is... And, like, that's the thing is, like, the Godless being the 20... Or the 19th land, I mean. The 19th land, I think it's not as greedy as it looks. Actually, it's pretty greedy. But I like being on the green again, because, like, being able to hardcast Vengevine, unfortunately, does come up in corner cases. We'll keep... Since they changed the structure of the leagues... oh, mirror match. Is it funny that I think that when I see Black Leaf Cliffs? Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. So our deck tends to have pretty proactive turn ones. Since we have double feeder, I actually don't think I want to play the mountain. I think I want to lead on Blood Crypt. It's going to hurt a little bit. I mean, I've seen some builds play even stuff like... okay, that's not bad. Could even just dump the mountain, get basic swamp here. Yeah, Stitcher Supplier is pretty sick in this deck. It lets you look at 6 cards. Surgical. Lightning Bolt. Alright, so Mardu Pyro, looks like. Alright, so Inquisition probably takes Stitchers here. I don't think you want to take Altar. Alright, I'll check the wall of text, Puddin'. Give me a sec. Do I think a Black Splash is a good idea? I mean, Pontiff is sweet. I don't know if that's worth it, though. Couldn't you also just play Pontiff anyway? Without, I mean, you're a Birds of Paradise deck. You could play it without actually having the land for it. Without kind of making your mana base a little bit awkward. I don't like just playing Altar here. I think I am supposed to just go feeder. It's actually Jund, by the way. Bolt targeting me. Okay. It's actually Jund, by the way. Yeah, I'm with you, Puddin'. I know. I am trying to actually answer your question, though. Ooh, Scoos. Ooh, but Gravecrawler. Hang on. Oh, what am I doing? I'm supposed to do that with the Altar. Supposed to do that with Altar because we're trying to dig to more things. Meant to Altar there, not use. Okay, there's a Bloodghast. I mean, who knows? Maybe the deck's going to be kind to us and we still get there. We just need to find, like, Hogak. More, we want to see more bridges. We want to see more Hogaks. There's only one Bloodghast, unfortunately. Let's mill ourselves some more. There's another Bloodghast. Now we're talking. So give me... See, this is why I feel like the Altar is just the most bonkers thing in the deck. So give me 2 Bloodghasts. I have a fetch land, so I actually just crack them both. I think we're just gonna combo off. There's Hogaak. This is just so stupid. I love it. I mean, it's so stupid though. It's so stupid though, chat. I mean, opponent had disruption, bolt, and then went scavenging ooze. Science rules. Appreciate that follow. It's just like this deck's pretty stupid. This deck's pretty stupid. Thanks for that follow, Hardwick. This deck is pretty stupid. This deck's it's pretty dumb. Pretty dumb. I mean, a lot, like, we're playing it a lot just because I do think this is a bit of a boogeyman. So I want to just establish that. That I do feel that way about the deck. Feels a bit boogeyman-ish to me. Like, at this point, it doesn't really matter how I do it. John's not going to have outs to me decking them. We will Dementia ourselves some more. It's like they had, like, a reasonable draw against a lot of, like, graveyard decks, right? And it didn't matter. It didn't even matter. It didn't even matter, chat. Get this back. Didn't even matter, chat. Didn't even matter. Didn't even matter. Didn't even matter. Didn't matter. And it's just like this card is just, oh man, this combo. This combo. Mill your deck out. Treetop. Oh man. Turn 3. I think it is possible that this deck could do a turn 2. It involves like turn 1 looting and then bringing in some Bloodghasts, but or maybe even just 1 Bloodghast and then turn 1 you played a creature. I could legitimately see that being a thing. So you had 2 main deck oozes. Couple of Colligan's commands. Trophy. It just looks like stock John to me. Alright. Honestly, Vengevine just seems unnecessary. It's very possible, Edge. Like, maybe we don't even need this. But then it's like a different build, right? Because Edge of Autumn, if it's not a Vengevine deck... I mean, it looks unnecessary to you there just because we drew Altar, right? I'm not disagreeing with you. I think some draws of the deck, it seems like you didn't need this at all. Or I mean, the Vengevines at all. But if you watch how the deck plays, unfortunately I've played this deck a lot because I'm trying to analyze this boogeyman. We played 6 leagues yesterday. The problem is when you don't see Altar, this is actually really synergistic with a lot of what else is going on in the deck. If that makes sense. So I think what we want to do against Jund is we want to be able to beat ley lines. First and foremost, we want to be able to beat ley line. Beyond that, we want to be able to beat Scavenging Ooze. A Braid sometimes works against Ooze. It just depends on when they drop it into play. I don't think I necessarily want the Thoughtseizes. Now, against Jund, they're going to block the Bloodghasts a lot of the time. Vengevine's big enough that they have to kind of deal. I mean, like, Tarmogoyf, of course, can get bigger than it relatively easily. It might not be worth for us to... Like, I mean, there's a lot for us to bring in. Maybe I don't try to bring in that much. Let's see. So both trophies... Like, all these hit Ooze. We saw 2 Ooze in the main. These also hit Calidus. Um, definitely want claims. I mean, if we're leaving in Vengevine, I want to have access to the neonates. Against Jund, I sometimes will cut an altar. Actually, against Jund, I think we cut one altar, one Hogak. Because they're going to be able to disrupt our combo a little bit more easily than your typical deck. I think I'm going to keep all the 1-drops with the hopes of getting out Vengevine. Bloodghast doesn't really go with that plan as far as getting the Vengevines out. We're trying Therapist in the next build. I'm going to try some number of Therapist. 1 to start. I'm also trying Viserys Seer. This hand is interesting. Opponent quickly kept a 7, which makes me think it's a leyline hand, though. I mean, even if it is a leyline hand, we get a redraw here. I'll look at a 6. The 6 is much worse. It's very possible he just gets to take the Nature's Claim. Okay, so he didn't have leyline. Okay, I'm sitting here worried about it, and it doesn't even happen. Trophy. Alright. I mean, it might be Surgicals instead. Yeah, the Calidus is definitely something I'm thinking about. Wick. This is just ooze. Alright, green source, please. Nope, that is not what we really needed. I think I feed her. It's a free attack here. But then again, maybe I should have just played Dementia, the altar, you know? Another ooze. Green source, okay. So double ooze. There's a Vengevine. I mean, obviously, there's no moment for me to. I don't have a window to bring back the Vengevine versus this ooze. If I crack the Gravecrawler, there's a chance we could mill over another one. Is a little greedy. He should just grab the Gravecrawler here, and I'm just being greedy. But then again, if I have another 1-drop, then he's going to be facing this Vengevine. I also, like, the Stitcher Supplier also could render. Oh, so he goes after the Vengevine, okay. I'm with you. I'm with you, opponent. I'm with you. Vengevine? Nice. A little greedy on my part, but see, like, that's the thing is, like, we have to be able to play this fair game too. I don't think the Bloodghast would have been impactful enough, but I think this Vengevine is. No blocks. All right. Wallop you to 11. I mean, we don't want to be playing this game against them, though, to be perfectly honest, chat. This kind of game against them. Like, I'd much rather try to get the altar going. We kind of can next turn, actually. I think we can actually overpower these oozes. Barring another green source from the opponent. I like pistachios, Melfina. I actually have some. Oh, I already ate them. I have some pistachios right here. A little product placement, right? Oh, he does have another green source. Shoot. Okay, so it'd be pretty tough to go off through the altar. I think I still play it. Because we can't do Gravecrawler shenanigans this time. We still kind of win this combat though, right? At least the feeder can win. Getting the Vengevine in there is a little aggressive. What's up, Jazz? Did I make the con this year? Oh, Star City? No, I didn't go to Star City Con. Do I crack it to the feeder or do I crack it to the altar? I think we're all in here, chat. I think I crack it to the altar. How's it going, Sharkbait? My buddy considered going to Star City Con. That's not a very exciting hit with our altar. I guess we can be thankful that we didn't give him too much food. There is a looting he's probably going to take as well. I mean, he took game one, so there's more Magic to be played. Is it possible he's just straight up not on ley lines? It's possible he's not on ley line. I can't stand nuts or seafood. No? I mean, double active ooze is tough. He wants to blow up. He wants to kill my Gravecrawler and blow up my altar. Do I want to mill or do I want to... I guess I just want to eat the crawler. See, I don't think milling over with it. Although he is tapped out here. Actually, maybe I go for it now. He's tapped out. There's a Hogaak. We unfortunately didn't hit. Oh, he has another land. Yeah. All right. So this will be next game. I mean, we tried. We put the opponent down to 5, well 6. He's gonna grab Hogaak here for sure. I like that he's diversifying the oozes. I mean, we weren't able to trophy the oozes like we thought we'd be able to post board. He is tapped out for a moment. Well, there's Lightning Axe. Lightning Axe kills one of the oozes, but then we die to the other. Yeah, okay. That's fine. Maybe there isn't Leyline. Maybe actually we did bring in the claims. Maybe Leyline isn't there. Call me crazy. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not there. When we're on the play, I don't mind Thoughtseize as much. Maybe Leyline isn't there. That's the nice thing about Trophy, though. It's flexible. It's able to, of course, still hit it. Let's run one claim just to with respect to the card. And again, maybe on the play, like I can justify some number of Bloodghasts again. I really like respecting Ooze, though. Opponent seems very much in favor of the Ooze plan. I mean, if you don't like the fish fishy smell, and I would imagine, yes, it is probably something you'd find terrible. This has trophy. I probably keep this. Neonate can pitch the bridge. We could also be patient. I feel like if I was playing Jun, though, I might consider being on ley line at the moment, but maybe he's not. Just because there's a Vengevine in my hand, I might try to squeeze this out. So like that would mean not playing the turn 1 Neonate. Maybe that's just wrong. Maybe we just want to get things going. I think I just want to get things going, actually. Like, especially since Neonate, the bridge, actually does give you the zombie. I think I just want to get things rolling. Alright, so he'll take the trophy here. And since we played out the Neonate, like we're doing the bridge things. As the decision we've made. Surgical. Axe. Okay, so we can still toast the ooze. I mean, it looked like he's heavy on the ooze plan. Well, that's interesting. Could play altar. This is actually even boarding out one of each of these, right? I think we did. Still getting to see them. Alright, so black's relevant for us. Let's just play out the altar here. If he tries to blow it up, obviously in response I might trade the zombie for a mill too. I might. With it being a token, obviously we don't make a dude. I did see some people playing the green force in the in this list, just to beat multiple ley lines or like multiple rest in pieces. I think that's a cool idea to play green force. I don't have any at the moment. I might try some instead of maybe like the Nature's Claim or something of the sort. So they have a similar speed. That's unfortunate. All right, so we don't want to alter in response to that. No, opponent was very patient. Surgical is indeed one of the best, or excuse me, Bridge is one of the best cards in our list. I mean, we are Bridgevine, so we think we took out the Bloodghast, right? So no Bloodghasts, no bridges. Plays ooze, we can axe it. Confidant. I probably still want to kill Confidant. Looting. Maybe I should have been greedier with my fetching, because it might come up that I can't cast what I need to cast. Oh, there's ooze. Yep, that's what I was afraid might happen. I can get the Hogaak out before the ooze is a problem. I can actually get the Vengevine out too. Actually, this is a free thing to pitch, isn't it? Because we have zombie in play. Just kind of nice. See, so we're kind of not caring about the ooze potentially. I mean, it depends on the rest of his hand, of course. Trophy. So I have to give up the looting, it looks like. I didn't really want to. But it brings us back the Vengevine, and we'll have the Hogaak. Which is pretty crazy when you think about it. Yeah, this is definitely a reasonable turn 4 for us, despite Surgical. Like, he has to terminate the Hogaak here. If he did in response, I would alter it just to... I mean, I know that would give the Ooze more food, but, like, it's different when we're on the play. Yeah, we just get there. Alright, cool, so we still prize. Or we still get something. We still get some points, which is relevant. I wouldn't still be trying to do anything. Professor says you could have fetched. For what? Oh, I could have cracked the. I could have milled myself some. You mean? Could have just sacked the crawler again. What are we trying to turn over though at that point, chat? Because I couldn't sack the Gravecrawler before we got out the Vengevine. Vengevine only tracks the second spell that turn. Bloodghast were in the sideboard. They got boarded out. I don't disagree with you, chat. We could have turned over more of our deck. Opponent did have an Ooze in play. Oops. No, fetch. Keep your looting in the yard. Oh, okay. Okay, that was why you're talking about the fetch. Yes. Oh, yeah, because I wanted to keep the flashback looting. I'm with you. Okay, so all that just to keep the faithless looting. All right, so let's run the greedier version. This is a version splashing white for Wismare. These evoke creatures have a lot of synergy. Yeah, I think that's fun though. Like, even though it's like this degenerate graveyard deck, I do like that it's got. I do like that it's got a lot of lines, and I'm learning all of them. I mean, again, like, it's kind of fun. It is an enjoyable deck, but I also want to kind of know how to beat the boogeyman, so to speak. Hey, what's up, Nick? How's it going, by the way? Yeah, I don't claim to play the deck perfect. I just picked it up yesterday. We played 5 or 6 leagues. I think it was actually no. I think we played a league with a different deck first. We only did 4 or 5 leagues with this, but no, this hand's fine. Keep. It's not a very good Vengevine hand unless we draw into some 1-drops. Oh, it's a Stitchers. So we actually hold the Stitchers and we just go, since we have Vengevine, we go looting here. There is a Ghast and a Vengevine. You think about my, yeah, Robopod. We played Robopod the other day with Vanifars in it, because Vanifar at least pitches to... Okay, he's playing Burn. Vanifar pitches to Force of Will versus Pod. Although Pod being an artifact is relevant, Pod is faster, Pod is less mana if you can pay the life points. So, I mean, they both have their merits. We also tried New Karn. Oh, wow, okay, so we can... Trying to think what we want to do here. I think we just do a value turn. It's possible that, like, Alter could theoretically get there even off of just 1 Bloodghast, but the odds of that are slim enough that I'd rather try to go for a turn 3 Alter kill. I think we just Supplier. There's another Bloodghast hit. That's good. Do we want to take less damage here? I think I want to take less damage here. So we're going to go get the basic mountain. I mean, that's why I put it in the list for instances like this. Let's get the Vengevine out. I mean, you're seeing us do all this, you know, okay, he's had enough. You're seeing us do all the broken stuff that we don't even need Hogaak necessarily. Okay, so he is going to be on what? We saw Do Nothing and then Swift Spear. It looked like Burn. I don't think Burn's playing straight up like Rest in Peace these days, is it? Anybody know what they're up to? I have no idea what I want to board here. I mean, it doesn't look like we've really we really have much respect for burn when it comes to my sideboard. It looks like I've just kind of ignored it. If burn was more of a thing in the format, I probably would have like brutalities in a deck like this. Absolutely, it's a discard engine, discard outlet. I probably don't change anything against burn unless we confirm that they're hate cards, right? I mean, being able to kill Eidolon is sometimes relevant. We have a lot of one drops, so being able to remove Eidolon is relevant. Claim does that. Shriekmaw does it without actually hurting us. Maybe the Shriekmaw's what we want to do. He'll have paths, no rest in peace. Maybe we want the Shriekmaw to kill Swift Spear, Goblin, and Eidolon. This we don't take damage when we use this to kill Eidolon. Deck was one card away from consistent. Which deck? Oh, what, this deck or just be faster? I don't think there's gonna be a rest in peace. Is what I'm saying. They'll never beat the 8/8. Therapist is too slow for this matchup. That's the cut. There we go. Don't get me wrong. I like the card in theory, but Seer and Feeder are gonna be better. I think this hand has some promise. We get a lot of looks between Looting and Seer. Oh, the Bridgevine decks. Yeah. Yeah, Hogaak being the extra payoff. Well, actually, the Infinite Mill being the payoff. Hardwick. Sunbaked. Nice. Speaking of Hogaak. Hey there. Hi there. Hogaak. I think I Looting. I think we Looting because if I play Seer or Feeder and then I draw into a Vengevine, I feel really dumb. It's going to hurt a little bit. Maybe he's going to have Deflecting Palm. That would be sick. Deflecting Palm, the Hogaak. It's more likely path, but Deflecting Palm is cool. Multiple avenues. Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, I think the deck is... That's a free discard there. Bolt. Miser Emrakul? I hope not. Let me try to go for the mill plan. We haven't hit that problem yet, Union. If we want to be better against, like, specifically Emrakul, we could play something like a Surgical. Ooh, okay. He is on the rest in peace sideboard plan. All right. Well, that's unfortunate. I think we do just lose. He's only got 3 cards, though. He does only have 3 cards. This is going to have Menace. Although, Neonate looking at more cards. I mean, we didn't bring in removal for this, though, because we didn't think it was going to happen. I mean, you never really know with a burn sideboard, to be honest. I mean, you can guess that there might not be rest in peace. This is Eidolon. Ooh, Searing Blaze. Okay. That's unfortunate. Damned if I do, damned if I don't. The target already happened. I don't think we cracked the Neonate. I think, unfortunately, without my yard here, this draw is just mediocre beats. Mediocre 1-1 beats. I've played Bridgevine since it was a thing. I'm hyped to see a new version. Yeah, I think it'll be good. That isn't hilariously relevant here. So we attack all. I can sacrifice whatever he blocks here. He can't block Neonate. Or is getting the extra damage in not relevant? I guess I just attack with the Menace creature. That is an illegal block opponent. Needs 2 blockers. We didn't bring in any green cards. I'm just thinking maybe I should play out some of these lands. I don't really want a looting in the face of Eidolon. Maybe I'm supposed to. I mean, Neonate does seem worth casting because he's not putting more blockers on the table. I think this is where we want to go with this game. Just kind of sneak around this Eidolon. I don't know. I'm at 11 already, so maybe taking 2 is too much here. Am I dead? Yeah, Boris Charm Helixes will really upset the math here, so I assume we're dead. But that's okay, now we know about the Rest in Peace. And what's cool about our hate for Rest in Peace, it'll also hit Eidolon. Lava Spike, what else you got? Could we have Alpha Striked if I hadn't played the Neonate? Helix. Another Boros Charm. So no, we would have died anyway, because we would have been at 4. Alright, but now we know. And now we know. And now that we know, we want these. I don't know if I want the Assassin's Trophies. They're a little bit on the expensive end. Let's play this at least. I don't think we want to cut our Wombo. We could cut some of the free creatures. Bloodghast is the one that's easier to turn us on for going off. Vengevine's just value and strength. Also, if we're going to slim on some of the 1-drop guys, then these come out. Like once, I technically should have already considered cutting Vengevine. In my mind, I replaced the Therapist with the Shriekmaw. One more green source and you could hardcast. Yeah, last game. I think we just want to be able to combo them. Don't think I necessarily want... If we cut Venge, then I can cut a little bit of our... these guys. Like it's not really like a Gravecrawler kind of a matchup. Just something to think about. Like before I cut Sacrifice Engines, I really... The Therapist is kind of like a pseudo Sacrifice Engine. I probably should cut Crawlers first. I'm thinking it's these come out. Let's actually play the Thoughtseizes. As much as I don't love this card in the matchup, when we're on the play, I actually think it's fine, especially since we've seen... We have to interact with Rest in Peace. Like maybe to the point where we want all of the different answers for Rest in Peace that we possibly have. And then we cut like a Gravecrawler or 2. And a Neo... I would cut maybe a Bloodghast first. I mean, we have to interact with... He straight up got Rest in Pieces in his burn list. We gotta be able to interact. All right, Trophy, Bridge. Probably keep this. Since we have Bridge, I probably go turn 1 Neonate. Yeah, he's mulliganing for it, man. He's looking for that Rest in Peace. Looking for that Rest in Peace. Thoughtseize is fine. Saves us a life point. I think it'll be fine. It's just you never want to top deck against burn. It's completely dead if you top deck it. Now what sucks here is because of Trophy. If I Neonate off of Mountain, it'll be forever before I can Trophy. But we actually do have enough lands to do that. Feels a little awkward, I know, but I think it's what I want to do. I mean, I don't need to do it yet. But I'd rather attack with a 2/2 than 1/1. Watch him just like surgical us or something. I mean, again, maybe I shouldn't do this because it seems like he's tried to mulligan specifically to Rest in Peace. I mean, he won't always have it, chat. If we go Swamp here, we could play Altar. Or we could just Looting. I think I'd play Altar here. I think I'd play Altar. Am I playing Stinkies? No, I'm not playing any Stinkweed Imps. Love how everyone's just running this deck. Yeah, I don't take credit for it whatsoever. I got my list. My initial list came from Tuvito, another streamer, another fellow streamer. This is what they intended. Yeah, enlighten me, Kidara. I'm curious where it came from. Rift Bolt. Okay. Another bridge. Okay, so they're not stopping what we're doing. I mean, I can kind of go off now. Cool. So we want to pitch this. This does very little, but I mean, Hogak can be in the yard. Doesn't matter where he is. Although actually, maybe I should pitch the altar because it adds to the delve count. That's true. That is true. So feeder. Bring this back. Oh, actually, that is really relevant. I wish I'd pitched this. Oh, opponent scoops. Okay. What about Crypt Keeper? Oh, Crypt Breaker? We tried the Crypt Breaker. I didn't love it, but I could see it being really sweet. We tried it for a little bit. We've tried a lot of different cards for like those like 2 flex slots. Like I actually cut the 4th feeder to greedily test out Seer and Therapist, but I could totally see Crypt Breaker being sweet. I think Crypt Breaker's kind of cool because it gives you a discard outlet, gives you a draw engine for your zombies. I think that's cool technology. I don't think we're not here to debate those 1 to 2 card slots, or arguably maybe even 3. There's like about 3, maybe 4 flex slots in the Alter Dementia build, it seems, in the main deck, which I like. I like that there's some flex and I can switch it up. I'm glad. Honestly, like, I kind of enjoy the early stages of a deck because it's not like carved out. We're like, no, this is the 75. We're not there yet with the deck. So that's when I enjoy a new deck concept. The most I've found is we don't have a discard outlet. We do have the altar and creatures though. I think I'll keep this on the draw. I probably shouldn't though. There's probably a better. Oh goodness, it's Tron. Probably was a better 6 in here, but maybe the deck will be kind to us. Well, you can draw. What's crazy about the card is you can start drawing with it even when your guys are summoning sick. Okay, so we drew feeder. Probably lead on feeder. Actually, I'm gonna lead Gravecrawler. No, maybe it's still feeder because feeder I can. Yeah, I get in for 3 if I go with feeder because I could sack crawler twice. But I kind of think I just am supposed to alter and hope to get lucky because he has Tron next turn. Don't we just try to get lucky, chat? With the altar. Actually, maybe I don't want to put that down. Maybe what I want to do is I want to go with the Zeraseer? I mean, we probably want to just... Oh, this is tough. We don't want to expose this. We hope he just goes like Wormcoil and then we kill him anyway. Right? I think we want Seer. In fact, I think we don't play the feeder. I think we just go... second Gravecrawler, Seer. Seer gives us a lot of looks. We can set up for the next turn should he nuke our board. I think that's what we want to do. Yeah, I'm with you, Dougherty. I think discard is underrated in the deck. Like, there's plenty of games. Like, look at this here. Like, if this was Crypt Breaker instead of Seer, I could have drawn a card. Next turn, I'd be able to discard like the Vengevine, which we don't obviously want in our hand. Oh no, you're fine, Dougherty. That's what my stream is for. I want you guys to be looking at the list and asking the hard questions and saying, well, why are we playing that card? Like that's literally like the point of my show. That's the point of the stream. I'm glad you're asking those questions because I'll talk with you guys and we'll debate about it and try to figure out, okay, well maybe it should be more like this. Maybe this is just super greedy. I do really like these evoke creatures within a Vengevine list, but this is mega greedy what I've done to our sideboard this time. We have like a one of fetchable white source. Like this is terribly greedy, so we'll see if we get punished by it. Play your Tron. You know what's really summer? Just while we're waiting for our opponent to think, I'll just pull up the list while we're waiting for them. I got sunburned today. You guys can't see it, but because of the lighting in the room, maybe. But I got sunburned, and it just like makes me realize like how much maybe I've been indoors this past, winter into spring. I have not been out that much. And I can't blame it on like streaming and video games even necessarily. Like my new job, I'm indoors for. Not that I want to blame my job necessarily either. It's a combination of those things, right? Streaming, right? Because we've been on a full stream schedule the last 3 months, 2 months. Just good. I'm glad we're back to it. Yeah, got sunburned today. Didn't even think about it. I'm a mechanical engineer. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. We're fine. I think I just sacked this seer. Like, we want the grave crawlers, right? What's, like, the perfect draw? We want two creatures in play for altar. Well, actually, we need to get bridge into play first, don't we? We get to hit this Karn. I'm going to leave the grave crawlers in play. Catacombs, does that help us? Not really. Lets me play the feeder and the altar, but I'm actually going to bottom that. So we get to kill Karn. Like, these two grave crawlers let us mill ourselves for 4. I think it's obviously kill Karn. We don't want to give another exile. Oh, Neonate. Neonate is tempting to just get the Vengevine out. Is that a trap, chat? If I Neonate, so the two lines we could go. There is a very very small % chance that alter. No, there's no way. Like this would have to hit exactly. Maybe I should have taken that other land. If was it a fetch? I think it was a fetch. If I took that fetch, I could have played altar, fetched, cracked one of the grave crawlers, played feeder. Actually, I could have cracked just one of the grave crawlers. Crack this, play that feeder. 1, 2, 3 for the fetch land. 4, 5, 6. Almost enough for Hogak. I was just thinking about Hogak. If I Neonate, we could get the Vengevine out. I think that's actually the best line. Also, I could hit land. Alright, so we've made our decision. We have made our decision. Okay. Well, now I have another decision to make, which is, do I play altar or do I just get the Vengevine out? I think I just get the Vengevine out. We might even want to hold this land because of Bloodghast. I mean, I could hit Bloodghast, but that doesn't bring out the Vengevine. But like, then I get to Wombo off. I mean, maybe I'm just supposed to. Wait, we can go for it here, can't we? Because I hit the land, right? Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's so close. Yeah, I can almost get Hogak into play, chat. I would have to hit Bloodghast, like, or no, I won't have the land for. We're one card shy, right? I'm just mathing it out. I'm just making sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we can't get the Hogak into play. Therefore, I think I'm just supposed to feed her. But I do think I'm going to hold this mountain for Bloodghast. Like, if things go south with the board, we can crack the we can sacrifice our whole board, put it back into the graveyard safely. Like if he goes Ugin or something here, which would be tough, but not the end of the world. So it is Ugin. Oh wait, no. Alright, so yep. That was a pretty nice. Oh no, I did accidentally say yes. Whoops. Oops. I thought I changed my target. I thought I said no and then switched it to the Vengevine. Oh well. It's not what I wanted to have happen, so that's very relevant. That sucks, chat. Maybe playing out the feeder was wrong just to get the Vengevine out. It looks like it wasn't going to matter anyway, though. Our next draw was a Vengevine. Don't see us coming back from the Ugin. But yeah, obviously I would want those creatures in my graveyard for the delve. That's sad. I mean, Tron on the play is Tron. Tron on the play is Tron. I mean, they also main deck relics, so it's not the easiest. Our Assassin's Trophies are great, though. These come in. We'll want Chewers. I mean, like a lot of our sideboard's actually pretty reasonable. We just want to make sure we don't overboard. This also isn't really a matchup where I think the Bloodghast or the I mean, I think Vengevine is still nice. I think the Bloodghast or maybe what might come out. Just to squeeze in this package. Too bad Anger isn't legal. Oh, yeah. Yeah, give the whole deck haste. But, like, you don't even need it, though, when you're fully going off with the altar as the thing. Maybe I don't have much else. Maybe. Karn. Turns off my altar. Alright. It's okay. Our post-board games are pretty reasonable against Tron. So I kind of like making sure we bring in the trophies, Chewers and Claims, because they're going to hate us through artifacts. Other than that, you could run the Thoughtseizes. That's a lot to bring in, though, chat. So hang on, let's see if we could actually do it. I don't like cutting the combo against them. I want to stay on the combo. Therapist is a bit slow, but I think I like it better than Seer, especially if we have the Thoughtseizes in too. Like, and I'll know what to name here. Probably could cut like a Crawler. I mean, once we start cutting 1-drops, I actually would rather just cut Vengevine, because this is going to be less consistent. The more 1-drops you cut, the more inconsistent the Vengevines become. So it's not an uncommon thing for us to sideboard out, to be perfectly honest. Because once you start making them inconsistent, you're probably better off just once you take, like, I'd say about, I mean, Chewer does count for Vengevine count. Like that's the idea behind like the Chewers and the Wismares, is you wouldn't necessarily have to cut Vengevines if you're just bringing in these pieces. Oh, this hand's great. Oh, this hand's solid. I think we lead Supplier. Because we can lead Supplier because Vengevines are in the sideboard. I know how you feel about Tron, Melfina. I know who you want to win here. She plays Tron, so I know who you're rooting for. It's not me. Relic of Progenitus. We chew it. Sweet. What's cool here is if I looting first to put Bridge in the yard, then chew, we get a free zombie trigger. So these have a lot of synergy. I do realize that, chat. That the Chewers and everything have like a lot of synergy. So let's chew that before it gets to be a problem. We actually can get Hogak out, can't we? Since I'm fetching. Hang on, let me math this. 1, 2, 1, 2. Did I discard the wrong card? I actually should have discarded one of these other cards. Then I shouldn't have pitched Hogak because we could have gotten Hogak out. I should have mathed that before I just discarded on the looting. I need to get better at that, chat. Chewer, so we need Crypt. I think. Well, no, Chewer's going to go to the graveyard. We actually still get the Hogak out because we make a zombie. I should have mathed that though, but like usually you want to put the Hogak in the graveyard, but I think in this instance we might have needed the Delve count. Actually. So we do get a zombie. Gives me second black Hogak. And we don't exile Bridge, which is really relevant. But if I'd pitched one of these other cards, we could have actually kept the Faithless looting. So just little edges like that. I hope you guys are here to maybe learn through my mistakes. Yeah. Isn't this a little on the greedy side for Tron to play? I guess they run a 1 of Canopy sometimes, right? As a tutor target. Plant and found. I mean, watch us maybe still lose, right? Let's lead with looting. Another Hogak. Do we want to Thoughtseize Feeder or do we want to looting this turn? I think I'm gonna pitch the land and just. Well, maybe I just pitch the looting. Kind of want to do both of these this turn, but maybe that's irrelevant. I mean, just because of supplier, like I kind of want to be able to crack this supplier, but I also want the Thoughtseize them. I think I'm going to pitch the looting, as greedy as that might appear. And we're going to feeder the Bloodgasser in, right? Yeah. Well, they're not going to have haste. He's at 18, so that's irrelevant. I was just thinking about the fetch. You know what we could do? We could attack. We can attack. I mean, he's not going to have Tron next turn. We can attack, and then second main before I play my land, I can crack this Stitcher's Supplier. Did not hit a Bloodghast. It did not matter. Okay, so let's Thoughtseize. Oh, no doubt in my mind that there's like little things I'm sure I'm missing, but with a deck as new as this, and I'm just overall new to the this archetype in general. I mean, I guess you take the Oblivion Stone. Taking Scrying for sure cuts him off assembling Tron, but like he could actually potentially, let's see, land drop. Well, he's at 7. I think you just take the redraws, right? Like he needs a sideboard card. Like he needs to answer the Hogak here. You think he just takes Sphere? Yeah, because he needs to hit like a, I don't even know what it could possibly be. Like Bridge. He needs to like draw to a Bridge. I'm down for taking Sphere. I think that's fair. Now I could have put Hogak back into play. That would have generated another zombie. Yeah, I could have put this Hogak into play, and it would have generated another zombie. Something to think about, chat. It would have delved away a lot of my graveyard, but anyway. Well, that's how that game goes. Post board. It's pretty common. I mean, I'm not claiming that we did the precisely correct sideboard, but we're going to stick with this. I think Assassin's Trophy is great because it doubles as hitting graveyard hate. It also doubles for taking them off of Tron. So I think that's definitely... I think we definitely need that much artifact removal. Oh yeah, we did leave in the therapist. This has Thoughtseize. I mean, he might have turn one Graveyard Hate, and then we don't get to take it. But this hand isn't the worst. But yeah, I think unfortunately, like the Vengevine is the hardest card to pull off once you if you do some extensive sideboarding. Um, this looks like it might indeed just be Graveyard Hate turn one. I mean, that's when Tron's gonna hit you with it if they have it. So it's a little unfortunate. I mean, we can make a zombie here. Could play. I don't know. Could put the Bloodghast in the graveyard instead. Oh, I missed your comment, Nick Merlin. Don't think about it. You've already won. Yeah. No, this deck's cool. I shouldn't refer to it as like a boogeyman. Oh man, he didn't have it. Do you just Thoughtseize here? Or do we want to get stuff going? There's a supplier. I think he's still Thoughtseize, right? I think it's still turn one Thoughtseize. He didn't have Graveyard Hate. Maybe I play Neonate, pitch the bridge. Neonate, pitch the Bloodghast. Therapist, unfortunately, kind of has to be how we sacrifice this supplier. I'm just trying to sequence this. Sorry, guys, hang on. I think I don't necessarily Thoughtseize here yet. Might be more important to just get the supplier going. You should try to set up the therapist. Yeah, that's true. Try to Thoughtseize, then therapist supplier. I could get behind that. No therapist turn one, then Thoughtseize Stitcher. Well, it's the beginning of my pre-combat main phase, so we don't get to sacrifice the supplier immediately. So like we're not. I'm with you though. Like I could see that we need to get this going, but like we won't sacrifice the supplier until turn 3, regardless of how I sequence this. Like regardless of how I sequence this, because it's pre-combat main phase, we should honestly just either turn one the Thoughtseize or just turn one the supplier and get the potential to hit more Bloodghasts. Since unfortunately we won't have food. Is there any benefit to turn one-ing the therapist? I'm just trying to think if there is. If we play this guy the next turn, I go Thoughtseize supplier. I mean, it still renders the same. We're still not able to, unless we want to sacrifice the therapist to himself. We're not. Yeah, it doesn't. The sequence doesn't change for us. Oh, we hit a Bloodghast. Okay. But I'm just saying because it's unless we want to sacrifice our own like the line that you were suggesting is us playing turn one therapist and guessing, and then following up with. I mean, I'm not trying to say you're wrong. It's just we don't actually get any additional. We don't actually get additional. We don't get to take anything. Is what I'm getting at. So we're much more afraid of this. He can't actually get that Ugin into play. eight mana Ugin. We get to therapy next turn. I don't really care about the ineffable. I guess I care about this more than him hitting a mystery card, right? We know he has Tron. Here's the thing. He might even just Blast Zone my therapist, by the way. Right, next turn, if he doesn't play Tron mana, he slams this. I'm just trying to make sure we'd actually be able to take this Ugin if I greedily take something else that he's able to cast this next turn. He doesn't have green for the stirrings. I guess we could take this one. He won't have enough mana to let's go for greed. Let's go for the fullness. So we will get to, unless the therapist dies, we will get to crack the Stitcher next turn. Ooh, you know what? I kind of almost wish I'd gotten another Blood Crypt because we have Neonates. I don't think this build's playing... No, I'm not playing Stomping Ground. I actually kind of wish I had another red source here. It's double Neonate. Okay, let's see. Blast Zone. Get to use Therapist, which is kind of cool. Could also name ourselves, right? I mean, here we want to definitely take Spirit Dragon Ugin. Eugene! That one. Okay, so their hand is now... Okay. Not bad. Not bad. Cool using that card for like the first time. Oh man, we milled over 2 trophies. That's sad. That's kind of sad. Do you neonate the Bloodghast hoping to hit land so we can put Bridge in the yard? Or do we just want to make sure this is in the yard because we get to Therapist next turn? It's an interesting thought. I could hit land, which is really relevant. I think I actually do try to hit land here. We didn't, but I hit something I can cast. So that's good. And maybe I'd rather crack this Gravecrawler to the Therapist. I mean, we'll be guessing at that point, right? Really wish we were comboing off and not doing like this little fair beatdown zombies thing right now, but I mean, it's not like I took out any of the combo pieces. Mine. I mean, the fact that he did that so quickly is terrifying. That makes me think he drew like a haymaker. Okay, he just wants to Blast Zone. Okay. I get a bunch of zombies. I thought he was going to Stirrings for sure. No, Therapist was cool. Cracked the supplier even though we hit garbage, but cracked the supplier, which is what the deck needs. Took an Ugin. Maybe that card should be more than a one of. It's too bad it's not a zombie for Gravecrawler. It is though a horror, so it doesn't get bounced by Thing in the Ice. I don't know how relevant that'll be. I mean, there's plenty of people still playing Phoenix. Well, Phoenix is here to stay, it seems. No, this card was cool. I don't think you play too many copies of it, but I liked it here. We finally drew it. Finally got to do something relevant with it. Yeah. Was MJG 12, was there a way that we could have gotten the... I mean, I guess outside of sacrificing the Therapist to himself, there isn't a way that we could have taken a card any sooner, right? Or did I miss something? Very possible I missed something, MJG. If so, I apologize. You wanted a Thoughtseize turn one? I'm with you. Hey. But I mean, I'm with you. Thoughtseize turn one seems fine. I'm just thinking, but your line, neither line gets to sacrifice sooner with the therapist, right? So unless we want to sacrifice it to itself, it isn't another creature. It is a creature. I mean, we could have just guessed. We could have done the old just try to guess what card beats this kind of situation. I mean, that's not really what you want to do with this card. You want to try to sacrifice some other creatures first. How was Bomat? Oh, I cut the Bomats. Let me update the list, Ascendance. I'm sorry for that. I have not updated today's list. This is version 1.5. I want to leave Tavito's name on the list because he's where I found the list from. Somebody was telling me, though, there's another... they know where the original list came from, the Dementia build. A Bridgevine. Nope. Couldn't sacrifice it sooner. Just wanted to disrupt on turn 2. I'm with you. You maybe could have taken them off Tron piece. That's fair. I'm not trying to say that your line was wrong. Let me phrase it the other way. I'm not trying to say my line was right. There you go. That's how I meant to phrase it. Add command. Deck list. And I need to go into Stream Decker. I didn't export it. That's my bad. Alright, so there's the stirrings. He drew Forest. All we know about his hand is the canopy now. There's Relic. It's kind of annoying. Alright, there you go. Deck list is updated for you guys. Sorry, that was yesterday's list. Ooh, science rules. We got there. So this league's going the complete opposite of our last league where we started off with 2 losses. We're starting this off with 2 wins. Thank you so much for hitting that button, Swamp Base. Swamp Base 84. Welcome to the BrewSpy Show. We're messing around with the Hogaak Bridgevine Wombo. This deck's pretty robust. Does have the ability to mill the opponent out. So we're not just attacking, which is great for game 1. Like if we get ensnaring bridged, I like that the deck has that angle. I would worry about it if it didn't have 2 game plans game 1. Just there's plenty of people messing around with Karn, plenty of people science hype. Yeah, plenty of people messing around with Karn, plenty of people plenty of players doing Karn things. We'll see if the evoke creature plan is sweet. I like it so far. Yeah, thanks for hitting that button, Shiz. Appreciate you. Welcome to the show. We don't keep this hand though, right? No discard outlet. We could probably find... this is not much better. It's got a scry. This also does very little. Let's look at a 5. This 5 also doesn't do what we want. But I don't want to go to 4. I mean, in that regard, like we're a bit dredged. Like, Speaking of ensnaring bridge. Yeah, I appreciate you. Speaking of ensnaring bridge decks. Oh, no, it's just Shadow. That's what it's going to be. It's either Whir or it's Shadow. So it is Shadow. Well, that's unfortunate. Oh, I appreciate you, Shiz. I've been streaming since 2000 and what is it year? It's 2019 now. We started around 2015. Yeah, it's been a labor of love. I do mostly. I don't only do modern. If you're looking for really cool modern streamers, you probably already seen these guys. Those are my fellow teammates. We're making our own little stream team. None of us are official Twitch partners just yet, so we actually can't make a team yet. But when we can, that's the plan. That is the plan when we can. I'm just looking for non-arena Magic streamers. I hear you. I actually started my foray into streaming way back in the day because I was playing Moto, and I saw it as an opportunity to get better, but also I didn't have cards, and I was able to borrow cards from people just like you. Have them already? Nice. I'm surprised we haven't met before, Shizness. Am I just not the right time zone for you? I really have been streaming on and off for about 5 years. It's probably Snapcaster Mage. Could also be just. I don't really care about the counterspell yet, though. I probably just named Snap in the Dark. Oh, I missed. Battle Rage. Uh-oh. I think we're dead. The correct answer was Battle Rage. They run fewer copies, but maybe I'm supposed to name that because it is what could potentially kill us the next turn. I don't hate my name, though. Snap, they do run 3 or 4 copies of Snap. We did. We died. Yeah, Hogak is way away from casting. We would need to put him into play. Don't want to damage my opponent when we know they have Battle Rage. Makes you feel old? Well, I started streaming relatively young, though, right? College. Don't say that, Jade. We're not there yet. Give it a few more years, and then we can talk about being old. I mean, I'm dead no matter how I block. All right. Shadow these days, are they on Leyline? Some of them are. We actually haven't played Shadow once with this deck. I'm excited to run into it. I know you're like, wait, why would you be excited to run into a deck that's potentially really good against us? No, I am, because we haven't played this match yet. That excites me. So let's see, Grixis. There's going to be Angers. Okay, so there's 1 of Anger. 3 Surgicals. Surgical makes sense. They're a Snapcaster Mage deck. Ooh, Jace Vryn's Prodigy? Maybe I should look back into Grixis Shadow. I love me some Jace Vryn's Prodigy. It's nice we can just pull up your opponent's deck list, like card for card. I mean, he might not be on this exact list, but this is the one that did really well recently, right? Oh, no, that's an IQ. Let's look at one more list. 4 snaps this time. 4 snaps, 2 surgical. 4 Ravenous Trap? Holy Hera. Alright, well, the way that they're attacking us is spell-based. So we want the Thought Seizes. They do care about their graveyard. Us turning off their graveyard weakens, obviously, Snapcaster. It turns off Street Wraith. Other than that, it doesn't really turn off anything. Turns off 8 cards in their deck, the Leylines do. Sorry, guys. I'm sure that was loud. I apologize. My mic fell over. um, so yeah, they probably won't be on Leyline. It looks like they're more on the spell plan. Do we want Leyline? It's quiet. Okay, good. I don't want to cut our wombo. I want to be able to go the distance from 0 to 60. I've been trying not to cut the infinite combo very much tonight. Um, so I think we have to choose between Venge and Gast. If we go with, if we want to board a little bit more, it means no Venge. Because I'll need to cut, it seems like too much. How about there? And then cut a couple crawler. Actually, if we're cutting Vengevine, I can cut a Neonate. We'll try the ley lines. So we brought in the Thought Seizes to hit surgicals or ravenous traps. We brought in Leyline. This is a mulligan. This is a keep. Hope it turns into something better. I'm hoping this scry is good. Okay, hang on. This gives me a sacrifice engine for the supplier. Gives me wombos we can do with. It doesn't give me a discard outlet though for the bridge, but I think we want to take a sacrifice outlet for the Stitchers. This does mean I'm not cracking my catacombs, which would mean that we're coming out of the gates really slowly, though. So maybe that's not worth. The old check the top of my library, bobble tricks. I like it. I own Shadow. I own Grixis and Esper Shadow and paper, so I actually do play the deck quite a bit. It's fun to run into it. Let's lead on supplier. I know oh no, we didn't bring in our green cyborg cards, right? Yeah, we didn't. So Blood Crypt. May my opponent's hand be mono Gurmags and Snapcasters, right? Opponent thinking about their surgical right here. I mean, we just kind of have to hope that they don't have it, right? Ooh, Jace. I like it. I actually think I'm going to go with Neonate instead of Feeder. Crack the supplier because this gives me the chance to potentially hit second land. Let's see if we do so. Get a zombie. Drew a ley line. We are sad boys. He'll block there. I love me some Jace. I think Jace is sweet. Oh, that's true. Leyline makes it so we can't flip Jace either. But maybe it's better as a Merfolk bridge. Okay. So we feeder this time. We get to do some of the things. He could kill his own Jace, try to exile this bridge. It's another line potentially available to my opponent. I know it's awkward because of Shadow. I know. Like it's awkward to start to beat down that early. Maybe I should just build my board up instead of attacking them. I got a Street Wraith anyway. But he'd be at 11 right now, not 9 if I hadn't attacked. Or he'd be at 10 right now, actually. So maybe I should just try to go wide first before I attack it all. We're looking at tons of cards. Oh, he's on Unearth. Oh, I love that. That's sweet. Okay. Well, Leyline looked good there. Do we want to? I mean, it looks as though that a lot of the shadow decks are on anger and the side like our disruption is basically just the thought seizes and the therapist. It makes me kind of want to go up on therapist just so we have more disruption for more matchups. I'm really liking this card. I think I might instead of playing the Vizier Seer, I think I might just play a second Cabal therapist. I actually really like the card. You know, it's funny. We could therapy ourselves. I think it's possible that that comes up. Um, because we've had a few games where I'm stuck with like a Vengevine or a Bridge from Below in my hand. I think I actually like the therapists more than the random Viserys Seer. I think a 3-2 split of feeder therapists will be sweet. It's not like Viserys Seer was a zombie anyway for Gravecrawler. But I mean, as far as our zombie count for Gravecrawler, it's actually not that bad. Like you don't count the first Gravecrawler because like let's say we have a Gravecrawler in the graveyard we want to bring back. But you can count the other three. So as far as like if we're trying to bring this Gravecrawler back, as far as grave, uh, we got plenty of time. Zombie count is concerned, it's still 14. Like if you want to count bridge because this makes zombies, that can bring this back. If you want to count, like I think cutting one feeder doesn't make this card unplayable. So I think squeezing in a little bit more interaction is actually kind of sweet. I like this card a lot, even just playing the first copy. So that's usually when I'll start to add a second copy. Even if it's wrong, I just if a card seems like it's doing what I want it to do. I mean, the fact that it's not just opponents, the fact that I could target myself to get a bridge in the graveyard is neat. Like that's absolutely something I would spend a Bloodghast or a Gravecrawler doing. And we've had plenty of games where I'll be stuck with these. So I like the versatility on this card, being able to sacrifice suppliers, being able to target ourselves to pitch these, obviously targeting our opponent. This is neat. I think I'll try to pick up another one. Um, when Shadow's on the play, maybe we need Trophy, honestly. I'm going to make that change really, really quick. I mean, if we're cutting Seer in the long run, we don't need to test it anymore here. And we cut a Crawler? Is that crazy? Yeah, well, I don't have the Vengevines in, so it's just kind of like a value card when we don't have Vine. I think when they're on the play, I probably want Trophy to hit like Angler or hit. Like this is a reasonable hand. This has Stitcher and Looting. I don't think I necessarily dig for Leyline when the hand like looks nice like this. Him keeping 7 though makes me think that there might be like Anger over there. Well, maybe not if he's leading Watery. Certainly makes me think Surgical. Oh, next card. You know what? I'm gonna lead Supplier. I'm gonna lead on the Supplier. We could have Hogaked if we sacked Supplier. We have to hit it though. Yeah, we'd have to draw it. But I mean, like those are the lines we should be thinking about MJG, right? We should be thinking about well, what could we draw here? What could we draw here? That's how we should be thinking. Like Death Shadow just feels like such a great deck because it sucks for us. Feels like a great deck because um, just because you get to actually if this is in my hand, I can just cast it despite the Grafdigger's Cage. Um, I mean, we do have a couple answers to that. I didn't bring in the other artifact destruction we have access to, but we might get rid of this. Um, oh yeah, this new build isn't playing a Braid. That's right, we switched it for the evoke creatures. Yeah, claim trophy, trophy, chewer, chewer for artifacts. I guess I just go. Um, I'm trying to think. Can I get the? Can I get Hogak into play this turn? I think I can. I think we thin first because we're not getting a Bloodcast out with Graph Diggers anyway. Why not play Shenanigans? We were playing a Shenanigans originally, Justice Peanut. I wanted to see if we could keep the Vengevines in more often. So I switched the Shenanigans, I switched the Abrade. What else did I change? Shenanigans, Abrade. I think we tried Grudge maybe in some of the earlier versions. Don't quote me on that. We tried a lot of different card slots for the Artifact Hate. We decided to try out the Evoke creatures for Artifact and some of our enchantment removal and Artifact removal because of the synergy with Bridge, because of the synergy that they have for Vengevine. I'm trying to do a little bit lighter sideboarding, and I'm trying to keep the Vengevine in more often. Oh, he's just tapped out here. Okay. I mean, this is enough to bring back Hogak right here. I mean, it could attack for one. I mean, then I'd have to crack the supplier, but I was planning on doing that anyway, wasn't I? I mean, maybe we don't bother because our graveyard's turned off, right? Maybe we just cast him. Turn 2 8/8 trample. It's pretty good. Wispmare, that's spicy, makes creature sacks, it triggers Bridge. Yeah. We tested Shenanigans for 3 or 4 leagues. I like the card Justice Peanut. I swapped it for Chewer just to test the Evoke. This is a really clever idea from our dear friend. I mean, we could cut a Chewer, or maybe the Shriekmaw is just like the weird one. We still play a Shenanigans. I could get behind that. Nice cage opponent, yeah. Alright, so let's dig for green source since we drew trophy. Oh, nice. There it is. Alright, so we can put Bridge in the yard. Same with Bloodghast. Hang on a second. Do I get to... If I play this land and I trophy the cage in response to the Bloodghast trigger, I get the Bloodghast back, right? Nice cage. Play 8/8 anyway. We can get this Bloodghast out, right? In response to the... Well, let's attack first because it's not going to have haste anyway. I don't think that's relevant. You can, though? Well, like, here's the thing then. Am I supposed to unlock this Bridge as well before combat? Because he might just be terminating Hogak, and maybe he doesn't think about the fact that I could sacrifice the Hogak and get a... Alright, well. This is a neat little line. I mean, maybe he's just going to have the counterspell. I don't know. I mean, we don't have very much stuff that's worthy of the counter magic. Except for sideboard cards. And he might just not have enough cards to bring in is the other thing to think about. Probably just leave it. Leave the Bloodghast in the graveyard. That's reasonable because of Anger of the Gods, right? He doesn't have second red source though. You know what? I think you're totally spot on. I think I actually don't bring it back. Oh, Ravenous Trap. Okay. We didn't get to make a potential mistake anyway. Why not bring it back? Just curious. Because of anger, but we don't even get to choose. Opponent Ravenous trapped us. We got trapped. I missed the conversation. We were talking about whether or not to bring back... what is this? Snap Push. Snap Push my feeder. Snap Battle Rage. There you go. Okay, Snap Thought Scour. Fair enough. Yeah, but you could always just sack it to feeder. Oh, that's true. Yeah, since we had feeder in play, I guess we don't really care. I mean, kind of like the idea of winning this combat. Relatively free to do so. It's Grixis Death Shadow for sure, Max. Oh, I missed your comment. I'm sorry, friend. There's a lot more chat going on tonight than I'm used to, I guess. Maximum 2946. I don't know if they're playing Cryptic or not. Oh no, yeah, they're just Death Shadow. Yeah, Ravenous Trap, man. Cage and Trap. You don't scoop yet, opponent. You try to see if you draw an out to the Hogak. The problem is, even if he kills Hogak, I can just bring it back unless he hits our graveyard too. This guy's resilient. This card is really resilient. Hey, I'm good, Wraith. How you doing, my friend? This deck is resilient. I'm impressed. Like I think this is our 6th or 7th league. We've won pretty consistently. I shudder to think how many wins we've gotten over the course of the 6 or 7 leagues I played with it, because we had a 5-0, 4-1, 2-3-2s, a 2-3. Like the worst we've ever done with it is 2-3. I haven't done any less than that with the deck. That's pretty solid. Hogak's a mistake. Yeah. Yeah. I wonder if Dredge will also incorporate some copies of this guy too. I feel like they could. They wouldn't be all in like we are. Like, let's think about it. I've never really played Modern Dredge, so maybe I'm like the worst candidate to be testing a deck like this anyway. But I feel as though they could incorporate some number of Hogak because their Bloodghast, their Amalgams cast him, right? I mean, it's not that hard. You need 2 Bloodghasts, 2 Amalgams, or some combination of the two, and you just cast it from the graveyard. I'm a Dredge player, and I feel like this is pretty stupid. Like, how many copies would you play in theory? Or would you even bother? Would you even bother? Is this just a better way to maximize it? Speaking of which, can I keep this? I guess I could. Makes the decks that lean on anger to beat this kind of nonsense. Yeah, people will certainly adjust. But in the meantime, we get to cheese them with this crazy combo. Crazy combo. We're going to lead on looting for many reasons. One of them being my hand is double Bloodghast, but also being the fact that if I the sand actually did not come together. All right, Arid Mesa burn. Don't think Dredge will play. Right, we get to redo the burn matchup. Okay, another looting. That gives us more hits to hit the land, which we did. Another Bloodghast. Do we bin him or do I bin? I feel like I bin Dementia because he's burned. Because like this gives us more delve for the Hogak that's in my hand, which I have been making the mistake of. And actually, we get the Hogak out here, which is crazy. So yes. So we get the we get Hogak out right now. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy grab. Pay here because they're summoning sick. That doesn't do anything. We can just get rid of. All right. This just doesn't seem okay. But we go infinite next turn. We don't even like because this board doesn't actually kill him, right? Or maybe it does. Hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 plus 8. I mean it's a reasonable swing, but I'm better off just going infinite and killing him. No, burn decks just die game 1. There are lists that are trying imps and thugs with altars and Hogaks. It's not the deck that I love. Yeah, they're just trying out the new spice. Yeah, it's only 15 power. So we just alter and we just win the game. There is a small % chance that I whiff, but if I hit like even one bridge off the first couple Hogaks, we win. Imagine if they'd printed therapy. No, I think therapy's way too strong for a format like modern. I mean, it's a pivotal legacy card. I mean, like most every black deck in legacy will at least at some capacity consider playing therapy. If there's land on top, it's GG. Well, oh yeah, land on top gives us back the bloodghasts. That's true. Makes it even easier. Well, what are his outs? Deflecting palm. But no, we're just gonna mill him. I don't even need to attack. I don't think we're planning on attacking. We want our creatures to be able to tap for Hogak. Like that's kind of the dumb thing about the combo. I'm not even going to attack. We just do the thing. All right, let's sacrifice Stitcher first. Like we're actually a mill deck. You guys keep thinking I'm this like Bridgevine deck. I'm actually a mill deck. Um, Actually, I should have sacrificed Hogak first, to be honest. No bridge yet. Yeah, no bridge. Well, that's not good. I might have just bricked. I might have killed us. Because I think I was supposed to crack the Hogak first and leave the creature in play because I can only bring back Hogak once now. I think I actually punted, chat. I was not supposed to crack the supplier. So I think we needed 4 black creatures in play. We could still just attack. No, I'm just saying, like, if he has like the god draw, couldn't he actually kill us? I think there was potential that I could go off all the way if I yeah, we did not hit bridge. Sack gas, try to get Hogak, sack Hogak, pray. Well, here's the thing. If I sack oh, we're gonna get this Vengevine back, so we are gonna get something out of this at least. Hang on, maybe not all is lost despite my misplay. Or no, we don't even get the Vengevine back yet. Oh, that's my bad, chat. I thought we had it, and I cracked the wrong. If we die, I'll dig like 8 cards deeper and see if I made a mistake. But I would have actually, if I not cracked the Stitcher first, I could have gone Hogak. Well, actually, no. We sacked the Bloodghasts. We could hit bridge finally. We didn't. Wow. Okay, they're all on the bottom of the deck. I mean, there is the chance that we fizzle. It's happening. Sack Hogak if you hit bridge, then sack Ghasts. I think you sack the Ghasts first, then sack Hogak. Did I do it in the backwards? Was that backwards then? I think we just kick it back. No, you need Ghasts for after you hit the bridges. Am I just throwing this all away? Feels like it. Feels like I'm just throwing this all away. I guess I've always had the training wheels of I've always seemed to hit a bridge. So it seems like the combo is very or the sequencing for how I have to sacrifice things gets very different. We also could have just attacked for 15. I know, but it's fun to try to do the combo, but you're right. I guess I should have just attacked. I didn't realize we were going to brick. That's okay. Attack for 15 was reasonable. Alright, if he plays land, triple burn spell, we die. Do you get their opponent? Yeah, exactly. I could be dead. So we drew land. That gives me the Ghasts back. I mean, we have to combo now because I've made a mistake last turn. So let's be thoughtful here. We got 20 minutes on the clock. Let's do it properly. So we have Blood Crypt. We have Grave Crawlers. We can bring them back a bunch. Hogak can tap for Hogak, by the way. That might actually be relevant. Or no, it's not because they just legend rule off and we don't get to keep the dude. Keep the get the trigger. Okay, so let's look for bridge. Or we're looking for more Ghasts actually with this line. We still okay. There's the first bridge from below. Okay, cool. We should be able to get there now. Um, I know. Let's just cover my opponent's board so I can think about it. I really should be playing like dredge derivative decks like this so you guys can like on your smartphones and stuff better see what I'm up to. Okay, so I think we land drop now. Sack second on the stack. I mean, I'm at 9. I don't really want to take damage off the Bloodghast. Yeah, I agree. We don't shock ourselves. So let's bring back these Bloodghasts. I should be mindful of this though for you guys though. Like if I'm playing these like heavy graveyard decks, I really should have the graveyard on display like this for you guys. A little easier for you to see. Okay, so we got the ghasts back. Neonate's free here, right? I mean, we're not going to use this mountain any other way. Neonate's a free zombie, and we can... Oh, got some triggers. Hang on, here's what I'll do. I'll move this down here. I know it's crazy. This is like the first match I'm thinking about that fact, but it's I guess it's because the combo was finally complicated. We finally had like a okay, we just drew land. One where we didn't draw all the things. Bring back Crawler. This gives me my Vengevines. You've been watching this deck for 2 days straight? Yes. Okay, we're good to go. Like if we had attack though, this here would be lethal as well. So like the deck does have a lot of angles. I'm sorry that I punted that first or that second turn so hard, guys. I think we are still gonna get there, but oh, cancel. Let's bring back a Hogak with summoning sick creatures, I suppose. That does nothing. This is actually easier for me too. I was like using the tiny window for the longest time. I probably should just be doing the combo this way. Anyway, I mean like our opponent's board doesn't matter anyway. We're just solitaring at this point. And it's easier for you guys to see me solitaire this way. So we want to mill ourselves to hit another bridge. We did. We have 3 bridges now. Bring back Hogak. 2, 3, 4. I mean, now we're just going through the motions. We have the kill. 8 cards left in my library. I mean, we're not going to draw any more cards. I mean, we have all 4 bridges. It doesn't matter anymore. We just mill them now. I do want to see what build they're on. I mean, it's going to be stock burn. I can't imagine we're going to see any spice. Milieu, make a million zombies. He's got Sunbaked Canyons in there. Milieu. Yeah, as long as he doesn't have 9 points of instant speed burn. Which is possible. And then I'm very sad about my misplay. Oop. Making lots of zombies. Maybe I'll crash Moto. Maybe we don't want to do that. Making lots of zombies. Mill my opponent. I mean, it doesn't look like there's any spice to me. There's skewers in his build. That's pretty typical for burn at the moment. It doesn't look like. I mean, like, what information was I hoping to glean from burn? Very possible that we're dead. It's true, because he could burn us here and then he burns us again. So that's very, very true, chat. Me not attacking earlier could very well have made us dead. Well, he didn't end step burn us though. He would have needed to end step burn us and then untap before draw burn us again. It is possible that his 4 cards killed us, but it looks like some of them might have been sorcery speed. I'm not sitting here saying we deserve that win. I almost threw it out the window. We saw Rest in Peace out of our burn opponent earlier. Hang on, let me do a little research here. So it looks like our last burn opponent legit just hit us with Rest in Peace. Is that common at the moment? Is that becoming more commonplace? 2 Stonies, 3 Rest in Peace at the moment. Hello. Okay. Okay, that seems to be 2 or more Rest in Peace is pretty common at the moment. 2 Rest in Peace, 3 Rest in Peace. 2 rest in peace. Huh? It's pretty common. Huh. Good to know. Okay. Yeah, we didn't think about it earlier. So claim is pretty efficient for that. Mares also let us maybe continue to play Vengevine. Mares also hit Eidolon. They are very greedy though. Godless Shrine. This is so greedy. I'm regretting my decision to try this greed, but let's do it. What's the point of the singleton Godless Shrine? This greed? We were trying out the evoke creatures because of their synergy with Vengevine and Bridge. You can also sacrifice them to carry on Feeder. It's kind of cool. Alright. How else do we want to board? We're cutting Seer from the future build, but I feel like when I cut... Well, no, the purpose of these is that I could still theoretically run Vengevine. So let's see if we can actually... If the evoke creatures actually allow us to do that. These are 1-drops. I think Therapist is too slow. I think it's cut. I don't really want to cut combo pieces. We don't ever cut Stitcher because it's part of our dig. Sometimes I'll cut crawlers a little bit. Maybe we play Thoughtseize. Well, he's on the play. I like it a little bit less. I think maybe game 3 we'll play this. Let's just run it with the mares and the claims. Vengevine's worth it. Oh, the evoke creatures make the Vengevine worth it? Maybe. Or the Vengevine makes the evoke worth it? It's possible. We play 8 black fetch. It's not too hard to find the Godless Shrine. No fun, lol. Our opponent said no fun. I said good luck, have fun. He says no fun. No fun. Alright, mulligan. Well, 2 outs to rest in peace. Not much else going on with this hand, though. But it's got a looting. Oh, opponent skipped their turn. Huh. That seems wrong. Why would you not take your turn, opponent? Oh, let me put it back into the side. Although, I mean, like, maybe that's nice for you guys to be able to see my graveyard a little bit better. Hang on. Maybe there's a better way I could display it. Maybe I could do one of these. My opponent kept a surgical hand. I have no idea. They mulled down to 5, right? And they just couldn't find a land hand or something? Is that what happened? Well, we have a lot of time to just do whatever we want. Let's bin this, actually, because we want green or white. I guess we'd rather have white than... That would mean I'm not casting this looting this turn, though. But maybe that's for the best, that we still have access to these. Could also just bin the looting itself, and then I have 3 lands and I can flashback both lootings. Maybe that's the better line. I mean, maybe we also don't need 2 pieces of hate, right? If he's got no lands over there. Yeah, let's just keep going. Let's just keep going. Yes. Another Ghast. Still waiting on someone to unlock an Azratul deck. I mean, Azratul is already pretty good in my mind, but I get what you're saying. And we just drew it. Okay. Let's neonate the Bloodstain Mire. I don't know if that's making it easier for you guys to see my graveyard anyway. Like, this whole side of the screen I'm not really using, and we have life totals on the other side. I'll figure out a nicer way to display the graveyard when we play these heavy graveyard decks. I mean, I get Hogak out. I feel like that's just better than me doing anything else. We get to keep 1 looting. Oh, you know what? If I gone fetch land, I would have gotten to keep both of the lootings, actually. I don't understand. Did they just... They just keep a no-lander? I guess they did. You get a free win here, chat. More or less. We don't actually have a zombie right now. I'm actually not going to pitch the Gravecrawler. There's Altar. We can kind of combo off now. We don't need this anymore. Alright, shutting off red mana to this deck slows it down. Stony Silence. Stony Silence turns off Altar. Alright, well, 4-4 so far. So this might result... we did get a 4-1 yesterday. We also did get a 5-0 with it yesterday. It wasn't this greedy 4-color variant, but... Click attack all. I heard people talking about prized Amalgam in this deck list. What are my thoughts? Amalgam seems interesting. Amalgam taps for Hogak. Vengevine and Bloodghast bring out... I mean, there's a couple of flex slots, right, Dowdy? There are a couple of flex spots in the deck. I like the idea of Amalgam more than something like Narcomoebas or whatnot, because it needs to be black or green, right? Yeah, we could maybe try... We have about 2 flex slots, right? We could turn these into Amalgams. I like the idea of Therapist just because we need sacrifice outlets and stuff for Supplier, but we could do that. It might be sacrilege for me to even cut the first feeder. Like maybe we shouldn't be on the playset of Gravecrawler. There's like lots of little numbers in here that I'm not sure about. Like the place that I'm maybe not sure about is right in here. Don't really want to change this part of the deck if I can help it. Although I have seen people consider cutting one Hogak, but I feel like you just always want like the infinite combo. Like why would you? What would be? I think it's marginal to. But like this is the part of the deck where we can kind of play around. The zombie part of the deck is The zombie part of the deck is, I mean, like Amalgam is also a zombie. So Amalgam, yeah, it is a zombie. That's true. This could be sweet. I mean, instead of playing like Therapist, I mean, I would probably want to put the 4th feeder back in, but maybe we cut a Crawler and play like 2 Amalgams. Is that weird? Turn this back into a feeder. Or maybe we still try the 3-1 split. Right now I'm on a 3-1 split of Therapist to feeders. But maybe we cut a Gravecrawler and we play 2 Amalgams, perhaps? Let's move those over. What would this look like? Hang on, I think we have an opponent. You can call me... Who? What am I calling you? Kato? Sounds good, Kato. That's much easier. Like the Wasp movie, right? Kato? Like the Green Wasp? We can't really keep this, though. It's got the basic Swampy, and we have a looting draw. That's disappointing, because like the rest of the hand's kind of... Well, the rest of the hand doesn't really do anything. Let's mulligan. This hand is maybe worse. We're on the draw, and we have a Scry. This hand is literally nothing but try to mill with Altar. Opponent kept a 7. You got it, boss. I don't think I want to be Seth Rogen, Kato. It's the Green Hornet. What did I say? The Green Bee? It's the Hornet. It's the Green Hornet, BrewSpy. I haven't seen that movie in years. Forgive me. I'm sorry. If you play Amalgams, you'll probably cut Vengevine, though. Oh. Yeah, and maybe Amalgam is just better for what the deck's trying to do. That's fair, because like we jump through a lot of hoops to make Vengevine work, whereas we don't have to jump through as many hoops for Amalgam, and we don't have to consider bringing them out when we're like, oh, we're cutting too many 1-drops. Well, I'm probably not going to call you those other things. We're going to go with Kato. I think I keep this. I think I keep it when we're on the draw with a scry. I'm just worried it doesn't do anything. We kind of do want him, but we want to mill him over. That's okay. You probably have other strengths. Oh, it's Phoenix. Phoenix. Ooh, okay. 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 We drew maybe something. I don't know, chat. We still lead on Crawler. Upside on Vine is that the Hogak brings them back by himself. Yeah, I'm not convinced that we should be on the amalgam plan just yet, but it could be something fun to try. I feel like you just want to play just the right amount of one drops to pull off the Vengevine. And I don't know if we've found that sweet spot. Let me switch it back and we can kind of look at it. I don't think we've quite hit that sweet spot. And like Crawler, of course, maybe I shouldn't cut any copies because it is kind of like this build of the deck. It's like, I mean, you haven't seen it much tonight because we've just been killing people with this line, but we don't always draw Altar. I mean, we drew it here, but you don't always draw it. It could just play Altar. Could just play Altar here. Crawler should be a 4-time. Yeah. See, I'm thinking I agree with you. But I think like feeder, you could maybe play around with the feeder slots and maybe play like something fun like Therapist, or here we're testing Seer. The problem being, of course, feeder is zombie for Crawler, whereas Therapist isn't. So that's maybe this should still just be a fun of, and we play feeder. Maybe because of the yeah. I mean, the zombie tribal is important. We've also talked about, somebody in here earlier was talking about this being a discard outlet instead, being the tap 3 zombies draw card. Don't think you should play Therapist. Is slow. This was really clutch though in our victory against Tron earlier, but you're right. I mean, maybe it is just too slow. Maybe. Yeah, Crypt Breaker. I think I'm just gonna slam the Altar. I think I'm gonna slam Altar into play. I think I'm doing it, chat. Get you for 2. You're trying Crypt Breaker for now. Yeah, like there's a couple flex slots. I like that we're on 19 lands now because like oh, he's Storm. We're dead. This whole time I'm agonizing over it maybe being Phoenix. It's just Storm. We sideboarded wrong last league against Storm. Let's do it properly this time. So we want to play around their enchantment sideboard stuff. Whether it's Ascension or the new Aria, whatever. Nice turn 3 from the opponent. Crypt Breaker has a mana gate on the discard though. Yes. So in theory, the reason I want to test Therapist though is because Therapist does. Yeah, we're just dead. We died. Yep, we're dead. He has enough. Anyway, enough mana because of Goblin to flashback, pass in flames, and then cast the Grape Shot again. But I think actually that first Grape Shot was lethal. So against Storm, we like Thought Seizes and Ley Lines, I think. If we want to go deeper, then we start to think about fighting over like Pyromancer's Ascension. Well, this fights over Pyromancer's Ascension. It's literally just, earlier we played against somebody testing Aria. Do we want to make it so we don't lose to that new technology? Nax Man Doctor. I'm going to call you Nax. Thanks for that button. Welcome to the Bruce by the Magic Guy show. What about zombie infestation? I'm sorry about that, Burnsies. I've been trying to fix that. All right, so Therapist is a bit too slow here. We're also not testing the seer anymore. It's just once I start cutting these, I feel like I don't want to run. I mean, like, at least trophy hits anything that he's bordered in. I don't necessarily have to think about it. Moving forward, we're cutting the maw, I think. We're going to try something else in that slot. I think Thoughtseize is too greedy. I mean, just like in the dark when I really don't know what the sideboard plan's going to be. I mean, is the Arya really like the build at the moment? We lost to that earlier, the Arya Storm. Zombie Infestation is interesting, though, isn't it? It doesn't synergize with the Vengevine, but it gives us a discard outlet for bridge and stuff. What do I like to cut? Honestly, I shouldn't cut crawlers when we still have Vengevines in. I really shouldn't cut this package at all if I'm going to have Vengevine in. Just to be perfectly honest. But like cutting 6 cards, that's a lot to cut. I either need to give up on the Venges here if I want to bring in this much, or I need to slim Bloodghast and hope to get lucky to still do this. I think that's wrong. I think if I'm going to cut from these sections, the 1-drop sections, I need to cut the Vengevine. Oh yeah. The oh, what's their namesake? I'll think of it. It's a blue card actually. It's I mean they play Infestation too, but I'm gonna cut a Neonate, and I'm gonna cut. You know what? I am gonna cut Crawler. Oh yeah, we can cut Crawler because we cut Vengevines. We can slim on Crawler is what I mean to say. When we cut Vengevines, we can trim on that. Maybe don't bring in Leyline. Try to stay fast. Yeah, but when we didn't bring in Leyline, we died to Past in Flames though. I can't keep this, can I? Yeah, like, oh geez, no red source here. We have a Scry, but no red source here is the greedy overgrown. I know it sometimes hurts. I think we might be going to a 5. It's got Leyline. It's got a Scry. Sand does very little else, though. But hopefully our next draw is good. Yeah, I am. He was talking about the treasure hunt deck. Yes. I mean, it might just be the nuts, though, right? When we died to that last Storm player, where we had both Arya and Past in Flames kill. Like, that might have just been the bonkers, right? What do we bring in? We need green. Okay. I mean, sometimes you'll see Storm from time to time play Blood Moon. I mean, we already have the basic swamp in my hand, so I don't see anything wrong with thinning and getting. Not that I really want to shuffle the Hogak back into the deck. I mean, it's minimal though, right? Thinning, but we're getting our relevant colors. I think it's pretty negligible. All right, green. Neonate. All right. Think out of respect for Blood Moon, I'll keep the Swampy. We're close to this Hogak. Because we're a Faithless Looting deck, maybe I still hold the Swamp. Need another black creature. Yep, pieces. He's got a glut of cards for sure. So he gets to keep the Lightning Bolt. Metamorphose. Bolt kills my... Well, that's sad. Yep, we're going to lose Carrion Feeder here. I mean, this is like where I kind of wish we also had like Cathartic Reunion and stuff like that, you know? Decides not to bolt that. Well, he will now. I should attack first, actually. The damage is relevant. I should attack first because There's a reasonable chance he's just going to bolt the feeder. Oh, okay, your hand is nuts. I think we have to take Grape Shot here. Like, look at this. Morphos, Morphos, Morphos. My goodness. We'll take Grape Shot. My goodness! Yeah. Oh, boy, I think this is going to be a 4-1, guys. Whew. It's not what we want to see. What sucks is even if I drew another creature, I don't have enough still to bring out Hogak. Am I dead? Did I die? He'd also just remand it here, echoing truth that, and then kill me. What sucks is also even if I also should hold lands for like Bloodghast. That's relevant too. Remand. Okay. I mean, I assume I'm dead next turn, right? Opponent's got a full grip. Leyline's not in play anymore. Time to do some gold fishing. But you know what? We solitaired 4 opponents tonight. Or more than that, because we had another league too. So we're getting our just desserts here now, chat. Because we solitaired like 8 opponents tonight. 7 to 8 opponents. So we're getting our just desserts. It's really okay. Maybe Storm's a reasonable choice again. This is the second time we died to Storm tonight. It looks like this guy's not on the Arya build, though. So maybe I overboarded. I still like Leyline, despite that. I mean, it sucks that the Echoing Truths are going to both hit my Leylines, and they're also going to hit the tokens we're making through Bridge from Below. But I still think... I mean, like, if this is a tough matchup, maybe we need to change up our sideboard a little bit, you know? We could literally be playing something like Damping Sphere. Like, we've lost to Tron, too, on occasion. Some of that just has to do with the fact that they run mainboard Relic or Progenitus, and we sometimes don't get the game 1 win that we're expecting to against them. So, Sphere... I'm just thinking about decks that I've lost to over the last couple streams. Sphere might actually be a reasonable sideboard card. No, play Campbell. Play the Greed Splash, play Campbell. I mean, like, Sphere stopping both Storm and Tron is kind of nice for us, though. It looks like those are 2 decks that we seem to lose to. Sphere stops Hogak, though. We wouldn't be able to do our combo. But, hey, another 4-1. I'll take it. Did our opponent just get a 5-0? We didn't see we didn't see their rank. What time is it? Ooh, it's 11 and I got work in the morning. But this was a lot of fun, guys. We will do this again sometime soon. Maybe there'll be some more technology out there. Maybe some more players will have figured out the deck. But my goodness, Hogak Bridgevine, man. Like, let me show you something crazy. I had very little prize. I mean, like, I've been playing a lot of jank lately, so like, none of this was here. Or very little of this was here before I started grinding this deck yesterday. So, I mean, I'm hoping we get some more subs because on my channel, I like to open a chesty when somebody resubs or subs for the first time. I like to open these. Yeah, of course, Jive. I'm going to send you guys to another stream, though. Please don't go away. Because I got my start on Twitch about 5 years ago, and a lot of how my channel grew was thanks to kind streamers hosting me, so I'd like to do the same for someone else. Evan is live with Mono White Karn Control. He's one of my teammates. I'm going to send you guys his way. Say hello for me. Evan's a great guy. Seriously. He's one of my teammates for Modern Day Heroes. He'll tell you more about that when you get there. Say hi for me, guys. I'll see you. I'll see you on the next Brew Spy show. Good night, guys. Oh, and I'll put the list in the chat as well. This is where we ended the day. One therapist. Well, actually, we're thinking of shenanigans, but one therapist. Shenanigans. See you guys.